Hello, everybody, and welcome to Same But Different, the talk show that nobody asked for, but we keep on doing it. I'm here with my co-host, Derek, who is also my brother. I think I point the wrong direction every single goddamn week. We are here to review 2023's Joyride, not to be confused with Paul Walker's Joyride from the early 2000s. Let's dive right into the review here.
All right, I'm going to start this joyride.
Nice, got him.
Nothing like drugs and sex to have a strong bonded friendship, right?
That's exactly right. That's how all my friendships start and end.
That's a nice full circle moment. Full
Perfect.
circle jerk moment. I had fun with this movie, as we knew we were going to, because it's a raunchy comedy. Our theory is, if it's a comedy and it's raunchy, it's at least going to be a fun time.
I think that's accurate.
Sex jokes and drug jokes and swearing, it's just fun to envelop yourself in. It just carries you from front to back the entire time.
Don't wipe front to back, or do wipe front to back. Damn
Yeah.
it. I don't even wipe, man.
No? You just
No.
pinch it
Air
off
dry.
and walk away? Was that a fart noise? It was entirely predictable, but I didn't expect too much from this movie to begin with. It's just formulaic. It's just a bunch of friends go on a trip to, initially, it's a work trip to try and close a deal for the main character's job. And then while they're there, they decide to find her birth mother. Predictable in the way that, when you have a road trip movie, you're going to run into an issue where they all get in a fight and they're all going to make up and it's all going to be happy in the end. That's just the way these movies go and have always gone. It's made better by being a rated R comedy. Thank you so much, whoever decided to do that, because if it wasn't, it just wouldn't be a good movie, I think. I shouldn't give all the credit to the raunchiness, because there was a storyline in there, the Finding the Mother storyline, where there were some emotional moments that really got to me. As soon as the emotions started to flow, like finding out her birth mother was actually dead and going to visit her grave, and then having the birth mother's widowed husband show up and teach her all these things and watch the video, and then even at the end when they show up at the restaurant and they hug and they make up, I was like feeling things. I was like, but why? And I can only attribute that to the writing. So building these characters, whoever wrote it did a very good job. I don't really have any gripes per se, other than it being very, very predictable. I should also say that some of the jokes fell very flat.
Yeah.
They tried to push the raunchy envelope to the point of immaturity, and it didn't come across as a good joke.
Yeah, between that and the cringe humor that often crept in, too. I wasn't a big fan of that aspect of the comedy.
There was a part where her fiance walked away at the beginning and just farted randomly, and I was like, what? Why?
But then I think that at the time was really weird. But then later, when he saw her vagina tattoo and just the crowd broke, and then he awkwardly ran out of there and jumped into the door and stuff, I think that made the fart at the beginning funnier, because then we got a little more into how weird this guy is.
No, that was uncalled for. Like, if there was some sort of joke about him having digestive issues or something like that, sure, but to randomly throw that in there, I don't know, it was kind of dumb.
It was pretty dumb. It was dumb. I think it was just a way to not make him perfect and hot.
Deadeye, who I loved, just had the problem of not consistent humor. At the beginning, I thought it was going to be the friend of the group that's very as their name suggests, Deadeye, deadpan, quiet. But then oftentimes they were screaming and yelling and going, yeah, I know that's them kind of trying to fit in, I guess. Good time overall, though. I give it a solid 6, maybe even 6.5 licky cats out of 10.
Licky cats, nice. Pretty good review, short and concise, just the way we like it. Let's get into my review then. A lot of what I have to say is on point with what you said. This is very same but same this week around. This movie was fun. You'll have fun if you just shut your brain off. The reason we always appreciate these, like Derek said, is it's rare these days to have a solid R-rated comedy. You said all the R-rated comedies are made better because they're R-rated. I don't know so much that that's true, but I know that a solid R-rated comedy is fewer and further between than it was in the mid-2000s and whatnot,
I'm going to die on that hill. You give me a movie that's rated R, and you take out all the rated R-ness and then show me the same movie, it's going to be a worse movie all the time.
But do you think every R-rated comedy is good?
Not necessarily good, but better than it could be if it wasn't rated R.
I believe you. I agree.
Okay.
I do also agree that this movie was wildly predictable. I mean, it was very, very, very this note, that note, this note. We followed everything we should, all the stereotypes, all the cliches. But that's what you want. That's what you expect. It still kept me interested. About the point you touched on, like the very end, oh, we're all breaking up as friends. I hate you guys sort of trope. This one then, in the next scene, added an additional layer of kicking her while she's down with the whole finding out her mom's dead thing. And I don't think I've ever seen that. It's usually just the blowout in the friend group. This also added a personal level to it that fucked her up. That was really well done. All 4 of the leads did an amazing job. They were very archetypal. Like, all of them were Breakfast Club archetypes. They had great chemistry together. They were so much fun and weren't afraid to just let loose and be ridiculous. The cringe humor that came in, don't know if that worked so well for me. I also think that they pushed the envelope too far with the raunch, kind of overshadowing how witty and smart a lot of this comedy was. And I know it's a raunchy comedy and I got no gripes with the raunchiness, but this movie was also really, really smart. And I think they leaned into the raunchiness a little too much.
They strayed from their Judd Apatow type of humor a little bit in favor for a little
National
bit of Tom
Lampoon.
Green. Oh,
Sure,
yeah,
yeah. Tom Green in National Lampoon movies.
Sure, yeah.
Because of that, it was a little juxtaposing. I think you credited this, and I think it's a gripe I have, in a beautiful undertone of a subplot of finding your identity in a world that's already cast its opinion on you and just looking for yourself. We're also getting like insanely comedic sex comedy scenes that just completely blow the meaning and the heart out of the water sometimes. That's tough to critique because those scenes were really, really funny. They made me laugh. The movie couldn't quite decide on the lane it wanted to drive in.
I thought the threesome sex scene with our main character was completely out of character.
Yes.
I don't know why they decided to go that route for her.
That's what I meant by the archetypal. She was your straight and narrow, head-on.
Yeah.
That was odd.
Yeah, it worked with any of the other characters, to be honest. But for her character, I was like, this is kind of out of left field, but okay.
No, there's not much I could say about the soundtrack. It was a good time. I mean, like, it knew exactly what it was doing. It just threw some songs in that are going to make you bob along. There were some good tunes.
Especially that K-pop music video.
That was insane. That's what the drug scene should have been like. I think they fell flat. When these movies do drug trips, they're supposed to be out of this world, and theirs was so grounded for 4 tiny women who just inhaled so much drugs.
So true.
They should have played a little harder with the drug scene because they were so fine.
Yeah, they were completely okay. Having coherent conversations. So it was weird.
Like, all of them should have been eating one of those, is this a hot dog on a stick? And then just running into the field. That was hilarious.
I think that was my favorite part in the movie.
I think Deadeye was my favorite part of the movie. That's kind of where my review ends. I don't think I will ever have the desire to watch this one again, which I often do with these sorts of raunchy comedies. They're easy watches. This one didn't pull me back in. But I would recommend it to just about anybody who's maybe not a prude, because it's quite out there, but anybody who just needed a laugh, who just wanted to watch a stupid, fun movie. I was also going to give it a 6. But it went ahead and made me cry at the end. It was better than average, but it wasn't anything spectacular. And then a raunchy comedy like this made me cry, which is rare, if not unheard of. I can't think of another comedy like this that has made me cry. That bumped it up a full point. So I am giving this 7 licky cats out of 10.
Damn, a full point.
Only because, not because it made the movie that much better, but because I appreciate it more. Like, nothing's ever done that to me of this nature. Yeah, and Daniel Dae Kim. I mean, let's go.
Oh,
what a pleasant surprise.
He was so good. He's always so good.
It is a very, very funny, raunchy comedy, but don't expect too much out of it, but have fun. Fun.
I like to have fun.
Fun! Oh, I do want to say, though, they could have chosen a better title for this movie. I think Joyride had nothing to do with it. It would have been cool if one of their names was Joy. I thought Joyride was a dumb fucking name for this movie.
If you watched the movie, if you've seen it, comment below, let us know what you thought. Be nice in the comments, by the way.
Honestly, the people lately.
This is our show.
It was a touchy subject for some. The Godfather review, and people love The Godfather, but be nice about it. Have opposing opinions, but just be nice about it. It's fine.
Like, my goodness gracious.
Don't have to be online bullies.
That wraps up the review portion of the video. All we have left to do is pick our next movie from the Heart of Destiny.
Yes, bring it. Let's go.
All right, let's see just what we're going to watch next week. We are going to watch... Oh! We are going to watch Insidious, The Red Door.
Oh, let's go. I've been looking forward to this one.
I think Insidious is very important to both me and Derek. We both adore this franchise, but I won't lie, I don't think I've seen the last one that came out. But this is a sequel to 2, right? If I'm not mistaken?
Yeah,
Okay.
so this is like the true trilogy. This is the third movie in the story.
So then I'll be fine. So yeah, I'm very excited to watch that.
Patrick Wilson's directorial debut, so I'm excited for that.
Oh, yay. Love that man. Love that man. If you liked what you just watched, if you enjoy our faces or our opinions, please feel free to comment, like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. It means the world to us, and we want to keep doing this, and you can help us keep doing this by just being, like, stand-up citizens, you know?
Be kind. Rewind.
Videos a la carte. Bam!
Fun, 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 fun!